Hey folks, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Civilization 6. We are playing as Vicky, the Age of Steam Victoria, and we have 7 cities by turn 88. We actually had that by about turn 70, which is really quite fast. And now we're launching into an era of the game where I'm going to start turning my industry online everywhere. So I'm hoping pretty soon we're going to find ourselves in a position where we can start flexing a little bit on our neighbors, or maybe just continue to expand more or less unopposed. Khmer is the only nation that actually worries me right now. They are in a strong position, and as long as they don't kill Scotland, I think they're okay. But if they do start to eat Scotland's territory, that could be a problem. We're making very good progress toward a few of these great people. We could even buy out the Great Merchant right now. Gain some faith, a free copy of a luxury resource, and a tile to my capital. It's a good way of snagging some luxuries you otherwise might struggle finding on a different continent, but for us, I don't know, not very important. I'd love to grab myself a great scientist. The extra Eurekas and stuff could be nice, mostly though I'd actually finish up some missions for some of these other city-states. We did just lose suzerainty over here, which is a small problem, but oh well. And militarily, we're doing okay. I've got some defensive units in a lot of different spots around the cities. I don't really feel like the AI is going to do a lot to me. Looks like some of the other city-states are already getting up to man-at-arms, though. We're not really that far behind, I think, technologically. At least not as much as I expected, considering it took us forever to get any campuses up and running. And we've entered into the medieval era. I was not able to get a golden age, unfortunately. That is one area where I do believe that I am behind a lot of other YouTubers for Civ 6. They're much better at figuring out how to get all of those points up and running than I am, and it's something I definitely could learn to improve for sure. Whatever, at least it wasn't a dark age. Do we go for free inquiry again? Maybe. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go. It'd be nice to have a use for all the faith that I've been building up aside from just buying great people. You know what I mean? I'd love to be able to use that to start buying out some builders or anything else. But whatever, we have our feudalism, so that means we now have access to serfdom as a card, which is something I do want. Probably want to work toward things like recorded history and then maybe civil service for alliances, and see if we can start getting those with anybody. Let's get the aqueduct set up over here in our capital. That will get me some much-needed housing in only 3 turns, and also boost up this industrial zone. And the World Congress is up and running. Okay, so this is where we can start getting some diplomatic points. New districts built by this player act as culture bombs. That could be kind of interesting. I think people will probably vote yes on this, but the question is, who would they vote for? I'll vote for myself, but I do not expect this to go anywhere. And then as far as a particular type of units, I think most people will probably choose just basic melee units, getting extra strength. That's fine. Weird thing about like how diplomatic victories work, you just want to be the most popular person who always gets the vote right. And there are ways to just kind of predict what the AI is going to do based on, for example, oh, actually, wow. I got it. Nice. That's 2 victory points for me. Some people are much better at predicting what the AI is going to vote for based on, let's say, what kind of city-states exist in the game, for example, or whatever else. I'm not one of those people. Right, there are people who are just far more advanced in Civ 6 than I am on YouTube, and you can watch them and they'll know how to tell you things much smarter than I do. I'm just sort of struggling and trying desperately to stay alive here, man. That's all I'm trying to do. It's actually probably the #1 reason I haven't done more Civ 6 recording for YouTube. It's mainly because it's just, I'm a little intimidated. I don't know if there's a ton for me to add sometimes because there are just people out there who are so stinking good at the game. Because it's not that I don't like Civ 6. I actually do like it a lot. Do I like it more than, let's say, Civ 5? I don't know about that. That might be a little bit hard to say there. To be honest, I know that Civ 6, when it first came out, a lot of people weren't feeling super sold on it in a lot of ways. And I understand that because of the art style, a lot of the changes to the districts. It is a very, very different way to play the game. I fully acknowledge that. But over time, I've really come to like this particular version of Civ a lot more than I used to. I think the way I see it is more like Civ 6 deviated from Civ 5 and didn't necessarily improve on it as much as it took a step to the side, and now the two of them have been walking in parallel hand by hand, right? I guess that's kind of the way I've seen it. And I'm very eager to see what they're going to end up doing with a game like Civ 7, right? What can they add to it? What's going to be really cool? Now, let's think about where I could place a Colosseum, because I don't think the AI has built it yet. So if I place the Colosseum in any of these blue tiles along here, we should be able to influence, I think, 6 cities. That's a great spot for a Colosseum. Is it good enough that I'm willing to take the risk and rush it out with Bristol? Maybe. To place down the Colosseum, which has not been built, it has to be placed next to an entertainment complex. So if I place one of these here, it's a bit risky, but I could start boosting up some of my other districts, try to go for an early Colosseum here. Maybe. It'd be really helpful if I could get some engineers that were worth anything. That'd be great. Ooh, I just saw something happen on the map over here. Meteors just struck. That means there's land. Haha! Follow the beacon from heaven. Oh, gosh darn it, it's all deep sea. Follow the beacon from heaven. We shall find wherever those freaking meteors landed. And now, by the way, we can build a dam over here, finally. All right, let's do this. We'll build this up. It's going to take a little while. No problem. That's going to make my industrial zone so much better. There's my great person. We should now have a copy of turtles. Trying to get some more amenities and luxuries. That is one thing I'm struggling with, is actually getting a surplus of amenities anywhere. And I assume they haven't changed the way that amenities are calculated, but it has been a long time since I've worried about any of it. It used to be, I think, that one luxury could apply to 4 cities. So by having almost 8 cities, I need to have 2 copies of a luxury to get full benefit. Which, you know, with sugar we've got, but with everything else, not so much. There's our unique building, by the way, our first Royal Navy dockyard. That's a lot of air score. What is this, Sweden? You're not gonna spread Protestantism? Am I too good for your Christianity? Is that how this works? Come on, give me some faith. Actually, what are the religions even looking like right now? Protestantism has feed the world. Give it to me. Give it to me now. Give it to me right now. Also, the meeting house is not bad. Sure, tundra tiles, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about that. Choral music, yep, that always gets taken as well. Missionary zeal, blah, blah, blah. Warrior monks, no. Hinduism, no. Yeah, so either Buddhism or Protestantism I'd take, but I would much rather you just go ahead and give me Protestantism. Another great person, we can try again with a scientist. Healing, trigger, eureka for random technologies. Okay, it's not outstanding, but it's an okay one, and it gets me my boost towards education so I can get some universities. So I guess I'll just have to take it. Gets me a bonus towards banking. Thank you. We should have some extra envoys for completing missions. I can try to snag the suzerainty bonus back over here. That's, again, a chunk of extra science. And do I want to just go ahead and buy out the great engineer and just have it right now? We could. Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. What else is the faith for? Let's do it. I can't believe we still don't have iron working, but I haven't needed it. Could go for the construction tech, not going to worry about that. I think machinery can make sense, or we could go ahead and try to reveal niter. Yeah, that's another strategic resource. Lots of production comes out of that one for sure. That said, education for the university wouldn't be bad either. We'll start with that, and then I think we go for military engineering. And Protestantism just arrived in London. Okay, thank you, Sweden. Do we go for divine right so that I can get my monarchy? A better government form is kind of hard to say no to. Oh no, the Colosseum just got built. No! All right. That was a perfectly good dream that just went to die. I was really hoping to get it. Whatever, it's fine. Protestantism continues to spread. That's great. We now have access to some universities. Also great. Do I get myself some production from a quarry, or do I go for harvesting the resource for 102? That's hard to say what we want to do here. I'm thinking maybe we just go ahead and harvest this. Just get the immediate benefit. Try to get that commercial hub up and running a little faster. And I do think it's time to go ahead and get this industrial zone. Yes, it gets rid of the rice. Yes, it gets rid of a farm. Yes, oh, hello. It slows down my growth, but that is fine. Finally, we meet somebody else. All right, I would love to sample your hospitality. There's your city. Okay, cool. Guess what? I would like to send a delegation to you so we can hopefully be friends. Everyone likes me right now, which is really good, and you'd even be willing to pay me a pittance for some sugar. Really, though? I feel like the sugar's worth a lot. What about, like, your own luxuries? You have incense and honey? Yeah, I'll buy those. That at least makes my cities a little bit happier. And how are we doing on more great people? We could hire our first great admiral. Yeah, that is a thing. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't really have an immediate use for it. What I really want here is Isidore of Miletus. I want that extra construction so we can start getting things at the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. That means I need a bit more money, or I just need to wait a little bit more time. This great merchant, get another governor. Yeah, I mean, more governor titles is okay. And then instantly build a university with Isaac Newton, and plus, universities are worth more. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know if we're going to get to that before anyone else does, though, but it would be nice. Our dam is finished here, too, by the way. Good. All right. I could build an aqueduct. I don't have an immediate use for an aqueduct because it's not attached to my city or my industrial hub, but there you go. Campus, we could build one even though it's got terrible adjacency bonuses just so I could start getting some extra science. And I will. I know it's not very good, but once I get some libraries and stuff in there, it can't be that bad. Or can it? Who even knows at this point? Getting some extra marketplaces because I would like to get some more trade routes for both internal and external. That will help build out some roads and just get me more powerful in general. How are we doing from a science perspective? I have completely fallen behind all of the AIs. So they are now obliterating me in science, which does not feel good, but it's all the more reason I really need to start getting some of these campuses up. And we met another person. Hello? Poland! King of Poland! Yes, that is a king, can't you tell? The most beautiful king I've ever seen. We'd love to sample your hospitality. You were built right on top of Crater Lake. Literally, your capital was built on the Crater Lake? Wow, okay. Must be nice is all I can say. Must be nice. Okay, well, we have a new government, so I guess now's a good time to go ahead and move on to a monarchy. I wouldn't mind going to a merchant republic later on, but this should be fine. The important thing being that I now just straight out have more points to work with. What do I want? Great question. What do I want? Campus adjacency bonuses would be worth a fair bit of extra science. I want to say like 7 or 8. But I think what I'll do is toss in Gothic architecture so I can build wonders faster right now. Plus maybe, I don't know, veterancy and limes in case I want to build any of this up. Just for the moment, I think this will be okay. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Great People. And I'm going to go ahead and hire the Great Engineer just to get it immediately. And then what I wanted to do was probably build the Halicarnassus in Bristol, maybe along this desert, but I don't see that happening. So maybe we will build it in Newcastle upon Tyne. So if I go to production here and say I want to do the Mausoleum, this is worth a lot for coastal tiles. Like a lot, and I can place it right there. We'll see how well that works. All right, niter. Did I find niter? There is some in Bristol. Okay, so that's going to be worth 5 production once we pick that up. A lot of niter down over here. Holy crud. All right, I think we may want to settle a coastal city down this direction. It'll be very bad for food, but with this much niter plus some gypsum, maybe eventually some deer, I could make this work. And then for technology, what really comes next? I think machinery for defense. So we'll get that. I do like getting the Corsairs. These are pretty good for raiding cavalry, to be honest. We can move toward banking. We can move toward gunpowder. I mean, we're ready to kind of kick things off into a Renaissance era, I suppose, but I don't need to do that. Dare we build Petra? That's another question. In Manchester, we could. Oh, if I can get the Mausoleum set up quickly and get maybe another engineer over here. Ooh, it could be good, but we're going to start with the Mausoleum. Why do I want to get the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus? It's because it's one of the best wonders in the game. Science, faith, and culture for all coastal tiles. And the great engineers get an extra charge. This is amazing for us. We should be getting a lot of great engineers, so getting even more value out of them can only be good. So let's go ahead and apply 215 plus another like 15% or so onto this. That shaved off a lot of time. It's not enough. It's not enough. I'm not going to get any more charges out of this. No. Just go ahead and finish it. Boom, we have it. All right, from here on out, all engineers are going to be great. We also get our great merchants. I guess I will take you, and with you, we'll be able to get ourselves another governor. Sure, more governors are good, right? Who would I want, though? Liang? Boost Magnus further? We could. More growth in the city, trade routes, get extra food. Or settlers do not consume a population. Could be kind of nice. I want industrialist for sure. This extra bit of production from power plants will eventually be good for me, assuming I have any coal to begin with, which I don't know. But I think I'm going to take provision here, because what I'll do is I will start training up some additional governors, or sorry, settlers. Because now's not a bad time to go ahead and start claiming some more land. We might be able to claim some up here to the north. I got a couple of islands I could grab, which aren't terrible. And then we want to get the niter down here, so it's not a bad time to be doing this. Poland just declared war on India. That's great. Y'all do your thing. Hey, we have a golden age on the way. Okay. Not a bad time to go ahead and just push something like banking. We're very good at banking. I like making lots of money. Let's start pushing toward that Renaissance era. Hopefully we do not waste a lot of era score from here on out. I'd like to save that for other things. Mont Saint-Michel, one of the best religious wonders in the game. Not what I need for obvious reasons. Kilwa, another one of the best wonders in the game. Envoys, plus when we have suzerainty, we get 15% boost to whatever type it was, and that can stack, which is obviously amazing. But I do not have the production to make this work. Newcastle upon Tyne has no production? None? What happened? I don't know, but I don't like it. Do we want to build Kilwa? God, I want to build Kilwa. I don't think I'm going to get it. I'm working on too many wonders right now, but like, I want it. It's so good, though. Maybe I can. Do you think I can? I don't have much else I'm building in the city right now anyway. Let's do it. Let's try. I feel like the odds of me getting this are just way too low. Establish an embassy. Sure, go ahead. Let's go for more colonization. I'm going to leave Gothic architecture on here since we're making use of it right now. Let's get some really fast and cheap settlers. Also, our Great Admiral. Whee! Gonna steal Nalanda as one of my new city-states. So there we go. We have the suzerain down here. Might make the Scots unhappy. We will see. Can we be friends? Yes. Okay, friends with Khmer is good right now because maybe an option for expansion would be to go and kill Scotland. Which is a very English thing for us to do, isn't it? But like if it works, I could take them down. They're not very strong. And India apparently likes that I'm far away from them. I can't tell if I should be insulted by that or not. Maybe a little bit. Still feel like things are going really well for us so far. This district is up to 7 production. What I'm working on now is guilds, so I can get craftsmen as my military policy. Industrial zone adjacency bonuses are about to double. This is about to become a 14 production tile, and that's before I even get everything else online with workshops, factories, and so on. Like, we're looking really good here from a production perspective. Really good. We're about to get both the banking and the guilds. Banking guilds? Hilarious. Hilarious. More World Congress. Duplicate a chosen luxury to get extra amenities. So, I would like to know what luxuries exist in the world already. I might have a mod that does that, but if so, I'm not sure how to find it. Like, I don't want to see just a report from my own cities. I want to know worldwide what is currently available. Whatever. I guess we go ahead and say I want sugar to get extra value. A lot of other people might like that. We'll try for it. And then producing or purchasing military units using a chosen currency type is 100% of the cost. So make units more expensive or cheaper. We'll go for cheaper using production. Yeah. I'm really good at production. Oh, we passed that and dies. Ooh, but dies gets no amenities. Okay, so someone else got messed with. I'm fine, but they just got screwed. Let's go to the government, and let's go ahead and change up those policies, and we want to go for the industrial zones. Forget the ancient walls and stuff. I'm not doing anything with those right now. That is going to be huge. We could even boost up our commercial hub district bonuses or campuses. I mean, this would be worth a lot of money, but I don't know. I think for now I'm okay with what I've got. And then it's probably time to start working toward industrialization. So that starts with cartography, then backtracks to military tactics. Mass production for a shipyard wouldn't be bad for me. Venetian arsenal, square rigging. Yeah, that's all fine, but I want to reveal that coal. There's a lot of other things I'd like to have too, obviously. I'd love to get the gunpowder and everything else, but I mean, if I get industrialization, it's just too good for me. It's too stinking good for me to pass up. I don't feel like many of the remaining techs are going to be super important for me. I guess mercenaries for upgrades and stuff like that wouldn't be bad, but like, I don't know, maybe humanism, great engineer points. Now that'd be pretty good. Oh my gosh, actually, yeah, no, go to humanism. Because 4 points per turn is great, then 2 points for every workshop, of which I have many? Yes. Not a whole lot else going on here. The AI has been nice enough that they're willing to let me just play SimCity right now. I really can't complain. I mean, I'd much rather have to deal with this than get attacked all the time. It does feel weird, though. I'm definitely not accustomed to them treating me so very kindly. And now Buddhism is coming in and really enforced trying to get rid of all the Christianity that finally got into England. I guess I did say that as long as it's one of the two, I'm semi-happy, but, I mean, I kind of would have preferred to keep what I had, thank you very much. It would have been better. Oh, well, not a big deal. Let's go ahead and settle that city down here, like I said I would. And this one can go over... We could place it directly on the cattle, honestly, and I think that's fine, but would we reach the rice if I settle here? Might be better. We'll go here. I think I'm going to buy Isaac Newton. I know he's expensive. But before Poland or anyone else can get him, this is great. A university and a library, and universities are just better. Snagging that before anyone else does, I could go to, like, Manchester, for example. Actually, no, we just started building a library over here in Plymouth. So forget that library. I'm about to get that for free. Let's work on something else. Also, we can get the next great engineer. All right, let the city build more districts than the population technically allows. That is helpful, especially on cities where I'm kind of blocked in terms of size. Newcastle upon Tyne comes to mind. Yeah, let's go ahead and move you over here because I'd like to be able to place down an industrial district, and at the moment we've been blocked, and that's killing my production over there. Medieval era is going to end in only 4 turns. Perfect. Isaac Newton, go! Yay! Printing also gets a boost. All right, and you have 2 charges of this, right? Right? So let's do this. There we go. All right. And then where do I place my next one? It could go in Bristol? Sure. Bristol's fine. I think the others will be able to grow a little bit faster. I've triggered way too many golden era points, by the way. We're up to 83 out of 74. Like, yeah, admittedly, whoopsie-daisy, that was a bit much. Did we still just find a freaking tribal village at this stage of the game? We did, I think on a little iceberg. Aid request, there's really no reason not to say yes to this. If I'm the only person who says yes, then it's an easy way of scoring a couple of extra points. Which, looks like a lot of people did accept. So, okay, cool. It's me versus Chandragupta. Yeah, all I have to do is just send some freaking money. Just send gifts and boom, we're done. Another great person, great merchants. Increase your trade route capacity and get extra faith? I mean, yeah, all right, sure, why not? I like the trade route capacity. I mean, that's good. Having faith isn't a bad thing. It's never a bad thing to have faith. It's just not the focus of my build. I still have no idea what victory condition I'm going for here, by the way. We have caught back up on science, for the most part, which is good. But how are we gonna win the game, though? This is unknown to me. I have no idea what I'm going to do. And the world has now entered the Renaissance era. That means I get a golden era dedication. Cool, most people are in a dark age. What do I want? Monumentality. I purchase builders and settlers and stuff. No Exodus. Hic sunt Draconis. No, reform the coinage. Hard to say no to getting a lot of gold, I suppose. Yeah, let's go for reform the coinage. I think that's probably good enough. And we will settle this new city like we said we would, and we are going to what? Probably start by getting some builders in place. Niter is unlocked. That is an 8 production tile. Jeez, dude. That is so ridiculously good. I know I might sound angry about that, but I'm not. That is really freaking amazing. And Petra actually got built. Hey, what do you know? It's a Petra game now. Okay, cool. 3 era score for that one. Excellent. So, in Manchester, we have basically food in desert tiles again. Which is great, because our borders have a ways to grow. We might pick up all these, and maybe we can do something with it. You know, couldn't before. Over here in Liverpool, I think it makes sense to get this. I need to actually swap tiles. Hold the phone. Swap that around. Get myself the industrial zone we know we all desperately crave. I need to get an aqueduct later attached to it. And over here, same deal, to be honest. We'll go ahead and place down another one of those industrial zones. Need to get some mines and stuff set up to boost it up even further. Yeah, a couple of our cities are still very, very, very bad at production, which doesn't make me feel very good, but okay. We have settled on Kumari Kandam. That apparently is the name of the other continent, even though it is very, very far removed from said continent. Also, I think that Poland and India finally have buried the hatchet. Yeah, that only took forever. Are we about to get Kilwa as well? Oh my gosh, look at the tornadoes! Ah! They damaged some tiles. Right now, it's not looking that bad, but, I mean, it may move and kill some population in a minute. We got Kilwa. The AI doesn't prioritize that an absolute ton, but if I understand correctly, I think we just boosted our science by like 30%. Let me check that. 15% boost to the type bonus. If you are suzerain to 2 or more, get an additional 15% boost. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we just got like a 30% science boost from that. We just bumped up to, well, we were 104 before, weren't we? Hang on, let's try resetting. 119. That is not as good as I was promised, I think, so maybe I'm misunderstanding that ever so slightly. So what else can we do as far as some deals? Anyone want niter? Yeah, actually quite a few people are gonna want niter. So if I can really get this up and a running, I think we can start farming out a ton of money from the AI, which sounds very attractive to me. We're working our way towards mass production now. Humanism is about to finish, at which point we're gonna have so many great engineers, I have no idea what to do with all of it. I think one problem that I'm having, though, is I'm still not getting anywhere near enough amenities to make all of my people happy. Which is very, very unfortunate. But whatever, we have now entered into Renaissance culture, with humanism now unlocked. Good. Hello, barbarians. Pew pew! And we'll go to our policies and what do we change up. Forget the settlers now. I don't think I care about this or this. So we'll keep the industrial adjacency bonus for sure. This will probably be here for the rest of the game. Do I want the campus adjacency bonuses, which will be like 8 to 16? No, I think about 8 more science. Or do I want to go for commercial hubs, which would be worth far more? That's hard to say. We could also go back to having serfdom. I think that's the way to go. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and put in invention. All right, confirm these policies for the moment. Feel reasonably happy about this. And if I want to go to mercantilism, triangular trade is a very good economic policy. But I think what I really want to do is start working toward that merchant republic, so I could swap out my government if I so desire. Some of these cities really are struggling to get off the ground, which is a small problem. Mainly the cities up here in the north. I guess that shouldn't be terribly surprising. London's cooking, which is great. Aberdeen, what is happening here? Well, hello. You are looking to explode. See, Scotland's not exactly in what I would call a very good position. I wanted to go get them. Oh, Imhotep. Yes. So wait, what's a good wonder I could work on that would make sense? I don't even know. What would I care about? Taj Mahal? Yeah. If I'm honest, none of these really are jumping out at me as being amazing wonders for me right now. So I think we ignore them. So I think for now, we're just gonna hold on to Imhotep with his 3 charges, and we will come back to him later. Catastrophic eruption! No, not London! All right, 2 people died. Stuff got broken. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Well, we'll fix it. More great people. More merchants. Oh, my God. It just keeps going. We're going to be so good at making money. I've got 5 envoys right now. We could snag Granada. If I did that, what is their ability? We could start building Alcazar improvements for culture, and then science equal to appeal. If you wanted to go for a culture victory, that actually would be very, very good. I don't care about that, though. What I really need to do is actually start discovering more of the world. We've been kind of sitting here for a very long time, and I have not discovered other city-states. I have not found other people. Aberdeen just broke 3. Look at that. Look at that. And what's going to happen to you now, out of curiosity? It's going to flip to me. Oh, my God. Oh, no, no, Aberdeen, you're going to swap to the English voluntarily? No, you can't do that. What if I built the terracotta army? I can only build it here. No. What would it take to build this? It must be adjacent to an encampment. If I built terracotta army, I could start working toward some form of a cultural victory by going for archaeologists. That would be an option, and if I just start building a ton of wonders, tourism will go up by a pretty hefty margin. I don't know. Really hard to say that that's going to be the right call. Could build the University of Sanclor over here. I mean, yeah, place that in the desert. Be a way of getting a decent amount of science out of trade. Yeah, I think maybe I'll go ahead and do that. I don't know that I need it, but right now my great engineer is burning a hole in my pocket. We could build it, get some extra scientist points if nothing else. Can't be bad. The mercenaries card is finally done. Good. Let's go ahead and activate 175 production on you, which only saves me about 6 turns. That is not as good as I expected it to be. Though fair enough, I suppose. Culture bomb adjacent tiles when completing an industrial zone in any city. Really? Now, wouldn't that be interesting? Did I just hear the sound of someone doing spies? We captured a spy from Khmer. You're spying on me? Do you not trust me? How dare you? Well, we've now entered into the industrial era with industrialization tech. Do we have coal? Yes, we have a source of coal. Any other coal? Don't see it? Okay, hang on. This is a resource I am 100% willing to go to war over if I can find it. Coal here. Aberdeen placed a campus on their coal source, I am pretty sure. That still means it will go to me in 5 turns. I'm about to steal their coal. We have coal over here. Hello! Okay, so we found that. That's good. Yes. And then is there coal under the Wonder? Was there coal? Because I guess it doesn't matter anymore. We kind of placed something on top of it. That would suck if so. There's coal down here. We could settle over in this island. I wouldn't mind. Well, we know we need to now get some builders so I can start taking advantage of this. There's more coal up over here. Yeah, there's islands and stuff all over the place. If I wanted to start creating an island empire, we could totally do that, and it would work. Oh, and we can get factories. Okay, holy crud. Hang on. This is good because factories are about to do a few things. So, production bonuses are going to go to any cities within 6 tiles. So if I go back to my lenses and take a look at city overlap, this is the industrial zone. This would affect, I think it looks like 4 cities. 4 cities, we get 3 extra production if I build a factory right over there. Plus, another one right here. This, I think, is also worth about 4. So, okay. And if I built another one up over here, that could be worth something as well. The point being, yeah, we're about to get a lot of really good industrial zones. It is time to get these factories going, boys. This is the thing I'm liking here about Victoria. It seems like my production just keeps scaling out of control. Like we started really good, and it's only getting better. How could I be upset about that? Anyway, let's go back to our tech and figure out what makes sense to get now. I think I'm one of the leaders in tech right now, which is a very good sign. Scientific theory, get the extra food from plantations, maybe. If we want to start beelining toward ballistics, I think we may want to consider going to war. It might be time to consider that, yeah. We could get ourselves some field cannons and cuirassiers, plus maybe some bombards or whatever, pike and shot. We have plenty of niter going in. Quarries getting improved is not a bad idea anyway. So yeah, if we go down this route, I think maybe we want to start gearing up for some serious conflict. We've got production, we should use it, bully one of our neighbors, and then just enjoy winning. I'm going to go ahead and hire Victor as my next governor. I don't have an immediate use for him, but my thought is when Aberdeen flips, I want to make sure that we're able to keep it. So I'd like to be able to toss him over there to guarantee the extra loyalty. He's really good at just kind of clamping people down and not letting them breathe, like at all. Other players want to establish a few embassies. That's all great. Exploration, done. We can now swap over to a merchant republic if I want to. I think the answer to that has to be, well, hang on. Yes, if I do that, I'm going to lose one of my great people cards. I guess I'm okay with losing the great scientists in favor of the merchants for now. But I'll be better at getting, well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think Merchant Republic toward the production of districts is just going to be better. So let's keep Invention in place. Plus, I guess Merchant Confederation is fine. We've got Craftsmen still. That's what matters. Plus, I think that Harbor Adjacency bonuses, do those apply to the production as well? Because once you get a shipyard, you don't just get gold, you get production. Maybe? I don't know. Let's just try plugging in town charters and see what this ends up doing for us. I thought I had a mod that actually would show me the value of each of those cards, but apparently that is not the case. Anyway, do we want to keep Aberdeen? Oh, yes. Yes, I do want to keep Aberdeen. This is mine now. Thank you. What do I do with Aberdeen? I build monuments so that the loyalty is strong. Should we get the mercantilism tech next? Yes. That would allow me to start getting my sea dogs as a unique unit, which is another way of farming out just a little bit of extra air score. Another great engineer. I'll go ahead and take that, so we could just go ahead and use it wherever, I guess. So that is now I don't know what I'm supposed to do with a second effect. Okay, whatever. Point is, now whenever I build industrial zones, we culture bomb. Why is that exciting? I don't really know. If I had a way where I wanted to, like, forward settle a city and then quickly chop out, like, an industrial city, I guess I could use that in some way. Feels a little gimmicky, if I'm honest. I don't really think I like that too much, but oh well. All right, I think this is a good place for us to end this video. We're in really good shape now. My science is the best in the world. My culture is not, which does not surprise anyone. If I wanted to with this much production, though, we could ramp up a military and start killing people. And I think that Scotland is the weakest possible target. Therefore, he'd be better off in my great nation. Yes, you heard me correctly. It's time to unlock the power of imperialism. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.